What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we got our class overview for the brand new MMORPG mobile game, Immortal
Awakening.
Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video for more amazing mobile gaming content. This is a brand new game, and I'm actually really excited for this. We are currently in closed beta right now in select countries, but do not worry, within the next week or two, we will have our release for more countries. I'm not sure if it's going to be open beta or official launch, but it's supposed to happen the end of November. We got 4 classes to go over. That way you can be prepared for when launch happens and choose the best class for your playstyle. This game is very similar to kind of Diablo 3. It's made by neocraft, and neocraft is well known for kind of copying other games. And let me tell you, when you first start playing this game, you're going to be like, wow, this kind of feels almost like Diablo 3, but it's not exactly. The classes are actually a bit different, but you have your traditional warrior, you have your demon hunter, you then have your wizard, and then finally a necromancer. Now, we're going to go over the necromancer first because this class actually plays completely different from its Diablo 3 counterpart. Before we get any further, our sponsor today, AppGallery, has some amazing things going on with this game. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about it right now. When you pre-order or download Immortal Awakening through AppGallery, you will get some Pioneer gifts. You'll get a Jade Wolf mount, 100 gold diamonds, 5 Starlight herbs, and 5 gem bags. But even better, once you purchase a monthly card, you will get free permanent rights. Each participant can claim 1 coupon of €5.99 after a €5.99 purchase without any coupons or WoWie points. I'm 100% going to take advantage of this once my American servers open up. Definitely do not miss out on this €5.99 deal. It is a steal. We're going to go to the website. We are going to click download and install AppGallery. Then for selecting a country, make sure you put Italy no matter where you live. We're going to sign up using an email address. We're going to create one. Then we are going to do verification with our phone number. And then we are in. There it is. All of your favorite apps, your mobile games. The best part about it is the rewards and the gifts. Rewards are when you spend money in the game, you'll get a kickback, and then gifts. We have gifts for all of these different mobile games, which are exclusive that you can only find on AppGallery. All right, so here we are. We are in game. We are on the Necromancer account. One thing that I just want to mention real quick that I absolutely love about this game is you can actually grind monsters for XP. I know there's a lot of MMORPGs out there where you kind of don't get any experience points from just kind of like going out in the field and grinding, but you actually do get it. So you can kind of grind almost 24/7. There is, however, a limit on the amount of XP you can grind. You'll see you have a mob XP deduction right here, but I'll go over all of that in our beginner's guide, and we got tons more videos to cover. Let's go over the skills. That's what we're here for. So we got the Necromancer guy right here. His basic attack hits 3 times, 100, 100, and 200 damage. One thing that I really like about this game is it only has 4 skills, and they're very simple and easy to understand. Some people may not like that. I know some people like to have like 8 or 10 or a bunch of ridiculous amounts of skills, but I like it. There's 4 skills. It's very simple and easy to play. First up we have is our DPS as our Necromancer. Deal 300% damage to enemies in front. Slight AoE if the enemies are in front. Now you're going to notice one thing. The Necromancer in this game is actually like the support class. Because it has a lot of healing and really doesn't do very much damage. The other ability we have is our summon. So every Necromancer, very traditional, you have a summon skill. So you'll see we summon this Ice Golem, Frost Golem. He does a bunch of damage to nearby enemies. One thing that I don't like is the text is kind of cut off on some of these skills. The details of it, you'll see Frost Golem's attacks have a chance, and that's it. It's kind of cut off. I think it's like they have a chance to stun, or they have a chance to slow or freeze the enemy. I think that's what it is. But I hate that the skills, like some of these are completely chopped off and you don't know what it is. You'll notice the next 2 skills for the Necromancer We have movement, we teleport, increase our defense, regen our HP, so very good. And then our ultimate, I'm calling this the ultimate because for every class, their fourth skill has the longest cooldown at 30 seconds. So this is kind of like your big skill that takes a long time to activate. You know, you can only activate it every 30 seconds, but it's a pretty strong skill nonetheless. You'll see draws a circle, deals 300 damage to nearby enemies. Allies within the area regenerate HP equal to 1% of the caster's max HP. So very, very important. If you are looking to be kind of like a supporter, then you're going to want to choose the Necromancer. The Necromancer actually has the lowest damage rate out of the 4 classes. All right, next class we are taking a look at is the Demon Hunter. All right, so let's put this on AFK just so we don't die while we look at our skills. Now the Demon Hunter basic attack hits 3 times, 100, 100, 300 damage. So you'll notice that the basic attack for the Demon Hunter already does more damage than the Necromancer. For our 4 skills, we have a DPS, a CC, movement, and burst. Another thing that I forgot to mention is the Necromancer is the only class that doesn't have necessarily a CC ability. The Necromancer's second skill is the summon skill, which summons the Frost Golem, and then he has a chance to do CC, but not necessarily a true crowd control ability. First up, we have our DPS, Arrows of Vengeance. This is kind of like Rain of Arrows. You'll see it shoots arrows in the air, hits 3 times, 100% damage each time, 300% total. 5-second cooldown, relatively low. Our second skill we have is our CC. Hits enemies 6 times, dealing a 720% total damage. Each hit individually deals 120% damage and roots the enemy for 2 seconds. So very, very important. Really good root, but it is not a stun. Whereas we're going to look at our other 2 classes, the Wizard and the Warrior, and their CC abilities actually have a stun. Next, we have our movement skill. We leap forward, increasing our evade by 5 seconds and increasing our speed by 30% for 3 seconds. Finally, the burst. Increase your attack bonus by 20% and nearby allies attack bonus by 10 for 15 seconds. Also deal 500% damage to nearby enemies. This right here is an absolutely devastating skill. Definitely want to make sure that like you activate this first before you start activating your other skills. The evade in this game is actually pretty ridiculous. So far, I am looking to main the Demon Hunter once the American servers come out. This is probably going to be my main. I want to do a little bit more testing with the different classes, but overall, I think the Demon Hunter, I really like the play style. I really like the damage, and just being able to evade a lot of your opponent's attacks is so strong in this game. What I noticed is when I was playing the 2 different ones, the Wizard actually takes a lot of damage. Between like the Wizard and the Demon Hunter, I was doing boss battles with the Wizard, and my HP bar was going down to almost half. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the Wizard. The Wizard does do the best AoE damage, though. I will say that. The Demon Hunter lacks a bit in the AoE damage department, whereas the Wizard is absolutely insane. I mean, if you need to clear out mobs for XP, this is going to be your best bet. Because if we take a look, this is the only class that has a basic attack that hits AoE. Attacks enemies 3 times in a row, 100, 100, and 180. So it is a bit weaker than the other basic attacks from the other classes, but every hit will also damage other enemies nearby. So the Wizard has a built-in basic attack that does AoE damage, just pretty sick for grinding mob XP. Next, take a look at our skills. We got a DPS, a CC, movement, and survivability. DPS hits 6 times, 720 total percent damage, 120% each time. You'll see it does this little like these horses, flaming spirits come out and deal damage. Pretty strong ability. Taking a look at our CC effect, deals 220% damage to enemies and stuns them for 1.5 seconds. Leaves lava that deals 60% damage per second to enemies in the area. So you'll see you're gonna take continuous damage because they're stunned and they can't move. So you're getting a lot of damage, a lot of value out of this CC ability. Definitely would say that the wizard probably has the best crowd control ability in this game. However, the warrior's CC skill does have a 2-second stun, whereas the wizard's is only a 1.5 stun. For movement skill, we instantly teleport, increasing our attack by 5 seconds, deals 100% damage to nearby enemies after teleporting. The one thing that I like that the wizard has that the demon hunter doesn't is the fact that when you're doing your movement skill, you're not only increasing one of your stats. So for the wizard, we're increasing our attack. For the demon hunter, you would be increasing your evade and speed. But the wizard also deals damage from the movement skill, whereas the demon hunter doesn't. You don't get any damage from that. So that's very important to take a look at. And next we have our survivability. This is our big 30-second cooldown skill. Attacks nearby enemies, deals 500% damage, but it increases our defense bonus by 20 and nearby allies defense by 10% for 15 seconds. You'll see this one, we're getting an increase in our defense, so that way we don't take as much damage, because you'll notice that was one of the big things that you're going to find out with the wizard is it's very susceptible to taking a lot of damage. And you know, it's better to be in a party, especially have like some warriors out front or even a necromancer out front to help protect you. But overall, the wizard is by far the best for AoE damage. I mean, hands down, you grind the mobs. Like when you're out here grinding mobs for XP, it is noticeably different compared to the other classes. I mean, very, very noticeably different. All right, stay with me. I know it's a long video. We're almost done. Our next class, our final class we got to go over is the warrior. And I have all these stats written down because I've been trying to like really compare everything. And based on the paperwork and like the stats, it seems like the warrior is one of the best classes in the game, if not the best, just based on like the raw stats. I don't want to play a warrior again though. That's my thing. Like I don't want to play a warrior again. I play a warrior pretty much all the time whenever I play MMORPGs. So I definitely am looking to play a ranged DPS. Take a look at our basic attack. Hits enemies 4 times. So all the other basic attacks for the other classes only hit 3. The warrior hits 4 times, 100, 110, 120, and 200. Now taking a look at the skills, we have a DPS, CC, movement, and survivability. Pretty much the same similarity as the wizard. Our DPS attack is spin to win, so 800% damage in total. You know, this is traditional. You see the spin to win skill in pretty much a lot of the games that have a warrior class. Our CC effect though is really strong. 250% damage to enemies in the front, stuns them for 2 seconds. Really, really strong. However, the only difference is, like I said, the wizards does continuous damage to the enemies at 60% damage, but it is only 1.5, so you do get a half a second longer stun with the warrior class. Our movement skill also is really sick. I mean, this is amazing. Dash forward, deal 250% damage, dispel debuffs on you, and increase your defense. This is so good. Dispelling debuffs, I mean, that's so strong, and this is the only class that has it. So very, very powerful ability right there. And then for the 30-second cooldown one, we have our ultimate battle cry. Attack nearby enemies, deals 500% damage, but we're increasing our max HP by 30% and nearby allies max HP by 15% for 60 seconds. I mean, this has a 30-second cooldown and it lasts for 60 seconds. I feel like some of these texts are kind of incorrect or something. I don't know. But that's crazy, right? You're increasing your max HP by a percentage for 60 seconds, but it has a 30-second cooldown. By far, the warrior, I would say, is probably the most broken class in this game. If you're looking to really be competitive and dominate, I would personally suggest the warrior class. I think this is the best class in the game for pretty much all content. But I'm not going to pick it just because, like I said, I'm tired of playing these warrior melee damage dealers. I'm 100% going the demon hunter, maybe wizard. I don't know. I might go wizard. I might go demon hunter. It's a toss up. But right now I'm looking at the demon hunter for my main, but I'm going to continue to do some more experimentations with these classes to really see what the differences are. But that is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.